what what Floyd Schofield just did was nobody has done yet to Farmer. Not one person has done that to Farmer. Tell me,
No, no. It
what's your
was perfect,
reaction?
man. Hey, my reaction is you can't stop what God got for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop what God got for you. You know what I'm saying? Who was that? I don't see that. I don't, no, I'm not answering it on purpose, baby. Um, yeah, nah, you can't stop what God got for you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. A lot of things I think what may have caused it. This is not making no excuse. It is what it is. Is a lot of people get knocked out between the first two rounds or so. You feel what I'm saying? I got one folks calling me like they gonna make me answer the phone. But anyway, you can't stop what God got for you. A lot of people be cold when they first start. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about it, baby. Just what's going on. Just stop. Um, a lot of people be cold when they first start. That's why they get knocked out so early. You know what I mean? And I think it just, like I said, it was his time. It's his time to shine. His daddy not looking so crazy right now. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people got to eat crow. You feel me? You know why I told you I didn't want him to lose his O. I told him he couldn't afford to lose his O right now. The only reason that I switched and went for Schofield was what actually made Tevin Farmer look, what made the knockout look bad this time. His eyes, you know what I'm saying? Talking about his eyes and shit. So that shit did look concerning. You know what I'm saying? When it went down, it wasn't a good look. You know what I mean? Not at all. Like you don't want to see no shit like that. You feel me? Damn, I gotta stop cussing.
T- Tell me, was it a premature stoppage, or do you think it was the right call?
No, 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 no. Again, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look for how Farmer was looking. You know what I'm saying? And nobody want to see him hurt. We know his condition. We know what's going on. People gonna blame. So he was had a hard fight with Zepeda. Well, why Zepeda didn't do it? You know what I'm saying? In the last fight, you feel what I'm saying? So now you got to give Floyd that credit. Floyd went out there. He did what he had to do. Like I said, you can't stop what God got for you. He took his destiny in his own hands. He secured his life with his family. I mean, you got to give him props for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, now looking at it, like when you seen the setup, right? Did you see that he just went straight for him in the first round? Do you feel like that was like the best game planning you should have did for Schofield in his corner, being aggressive early?
I think like with sparring partners, even Zepeda and everything else with the activity, I think you got levels, right? I think Floyd came with a different level of intensity first because a lot of fighters come out nervous. Floyd may have came out nervous, and when you nervous, you hit harder. You know what I'm saying? It's more. You know what I'm saying? So I think it could have been a combination of anything. But bottom line, man, it happened. It was on purpose. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. It ain't like he hit it with a lucky shot. You know what I'm saying? He went out there. He did that damage. He did what he had to do. It happened. The world saw it happen. Now the world, I mean, a lot of the world got to eat crow. You know what I'm saying? They got to stand down until the next one. You feel me?
His father brought in Elijah Pierce for sparring. You just mentioned sparring. Do you feel like, the sharpness of Elijah Pierce
I
being
don't
at a
like
lower
Elijah.
weight?
You can't ask me nothing about Elijah Pierce. I don't like him.
Okay.
I don't like him at all. So don't ask me nothing about him. I don't want to hear about him.
Okay. Okay. But this shit is boxing.
I don't
Like,
care. I don't like Elijah Pierce. I don't like him.
okay.
He hit my
Let's
son. My son was sparring when my son was 15 years old. We went over there to get him some work or whatever else. Nothing was wrong, bro. Minding our business. We chilling. Round go off. My son was like getting off on him, but it was just equal sparring. Round goes off. It's like the second round, second or third round. My son walking back to the corner. He reached and hit my son in the back of the head. Bro, I was on his ass, man. Look, I don't mess with him, dog, at all. My son might have let it go. I ain't let it go. I don't let nothing like that go.
mm. HLD, thank you for the $2, the first super chat of the day, night. I told everybody, statement win by the Young Lion. Super
Yeah,
statement win. Ranked number 2 in the WBO at 135 pounds. How does this look right now, knowing that Shakur Stevenson, right, is fighting William Cepeda, the number 1 guy in the WBA? So I mean, it's the WBA, by the way. So yeah,
right.
so
Perfect
yeah,
setup. Perfect setup. Southpaw. You got Shakur, Southpaw. Maybe he needed a tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? He got that tune-up fight. Now the question is gonna be, can he Shakur take the power? We got to see how Zapata look with Shakur. It's gonna be a lot of questions answered here. You know what I'm saying? Asked. It's gonna be a lot of questions asked that need to be answered. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, man, they in the mix. They in the real mix now. They in the top. They in the big time mix now. You just beat Tevin Farmer. You just be the guy that just went 24 rounds with Zapata. Well, 24, right? You
yeah.
went 24 rounds
Oh,
with
22,
Zapata.
22. They did 10
20,
rounds the first time.
22 rounds with Zapata, no knockdowns. He didn't get knocked down against Zapata, right?
Farmer didn't get knocked down. Nope.
Yeah, he didn't
He
get.
did
Matter
the
of fact, he
knocking
dropped
down.
Zapata. He
He
dropped
died.
Zapata.
Yep.
Right.
Twice.
Twice. So you got a guy that dropped Zapata twice. That's a huge statement, bro. And he went out there and let me tell you how bad it was. So I didn't realize what was going on my TV because when I first clicked it, I really wasn't paying no attention because wasn't nothing going on. So as they're talking now, I stand up and I get close to the TV and I realize my TV talking in Spanish. So I say, what? So I'm looking like I didn't click the Spanish, whatever. So I click out. I'm trying to get back into English, right? By the time I get back into English, Tevin is already on the ground. Wait, I said, wait a minute, this is English way ahead, behind. What's going on? I look at the timer. It was at a minute and 50. It was at 150 and it said first round. I was like, what's going on here? And you hear the guy saying, the announcer, the commentator saying, he's not all right. He's on shaking legs. I was like, what happened? And then it was over with, man. I just rewinded it and watched the whole thing just now for myself, and it was a perfect setup, man. Like I said, Tevin came out there ready to box, ready to go some rounds. Floyd Schofield came out there probably wired up, nervous, you know what I'm saying, and throwing with bricks in his hand at that time. And that was his time, man. That was his statement, man. So, hey, congratulations to Floyd Schofield. Like I said, they neither they could not afford to take that loss. They didn't take that loss. His daddy don't look so crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? As erratic as he may sound, sometimes he do sound. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes or whatever. Else, but he believe in his son, man. He you heard him in the interview. His son is the best dad ever. You know what I'm saying? That's what these guys need their fathers. Sometimes they need that support. They the one that's we the one that's supporting them to get them where they at. Not the fans, not these finicky fans that's switching on you, flipping on you. You know what I'm saying? It's
So
it's yeah. So